Hi guys. This is going to be a video about my top 20 tips for dry fasting. I've done multiple dry fasts, multiple 7-day dry fasts, some 4-day, 5-day dry fasts, a lot of 32-hour dry fasts. Right now I'm on day 2 of a rolling dry fast, a rolling 3-day. So my plan is to dry fast for 3 days, then take 4 days off to replenish, then dry fast for 3 days, 4 days to replenish, and just repeat that process for I'm not sure how long, but maybe I'll do a video on that too. But anyways, here's my top 20 tips. I just wrote some stuff down so I could, someone asked me this morning and I didn't want to write it out on the comment section because then other people can't see it and then they ask, and I want to share with everybody. I'm not affiliated or trying to make money in any way. I'm just showing you the things that I use for me. Okay? I carry with me a bag, any old bag, whatever. When you're leaving the house, you want to make sure that you're able to bring a bottle of water. That's number 1. I carry with me a bottle of water in a bag because, I feel like that's common sense. We can watch the birds going crazy back there. But I feel like that's number 1. Common sense is to have a bottle of water with you. If there was some kind of emergency and you felt like you needed water, it should be with you. In that same bag, number 2 is I carry lip balm. I carry, in the first few days, you don't really need it that much, but if you're doing a 7-day dry fast, by day 5, 6, 7, you're going to want some kind of, it doesn't have to be Carmex, it can be anything, whatever, coconut oil, lip gloss, whatever, for guys, chapstick, just something to keep your lips from chapping and being cracked, which mine never have, but I carry it just in case. Okay. Number three is eye drops. I carry eye drops because I actually do have contacts in, even though I'm dry fasting. I've never had dry sticky eyes or anything. The one time I did actually use the drops was in the video, the 7-day dry fasting video. We were outside at a parade and the wind, like right now I'm sitting under a ceiling fan, so I can feel that, drying me out a little bit. But anyways, I just carry with me re-wetting drops for my contacts. And even if I wore glasses, I would still carry the eye drops just because there's no point in being uncomfortable. This is your fast. Nobody's gonna, judge what you do for your fast, There's all kinds of different ways to fast, and I feel like having eye drops is just something that keeps me comfortable. I just want them there if I want them. I've only had to use them once, but. Number 4, sitting in the sun. I try to sit out in the sun for like 10 minutes, or I stand in the sun, just get some vitamin D. A little bit of sunlight sometimes makes you feel better when you're feeling down, or like you've just been in the house too much or whatever. Just go outside and get some vitamin D, and that always seems to perk me up even while I'm fasting. I enjoy that, just that little perk that gives. And along those lines, number 5 is grounding. So I'm not sure if everybody knows about grounding. I'm on grounding.com a lot and buying their stuff. I don't recommend them specifically. It's just who I think I bought most of my stuff from. They have some good information. But while you're sitting out there in the sun, just put your feet in the dirt or on the grass and let the grounding happen. We've separated ourselves with cement. We go through the driveway into the car. We're on rubber tires. We're wearing rubber tennis shoes. We're wearing rubber tennis shoes. But so we're separated from the ground a lot. And I just feel like for me, grounding is something that I enjoy doing. It makes me feel better. I actually have a grounding mat on our bed, so when I sleep at night, I don't know how great or true that is, but it makes me feel better. So I'm letting you know. Number 6 is showering every day. So you're going to want to shower every day to help keep your lymphatic system flushing out the toxins. Really. I mean, if you don't already, most people shower every day anyways. So this is just to let you know that, especially, there's 2 kinds of dry fasting, a hard dry fast and a soft dry fast. A hard dry fast is not recommended. I don't hard dry fast. The books I've read discourage hard dry fasting. That's where you don't let any water touch you even, you know, so that's a little drastic. I do the soft dry fast, which I still brush my teeth and shower. Your teeth and everything gets gross when you're fasting, so you breathing out the toxins and stuff. You just want to be able to shower and feel better. There's no point in being miserable. That's my theory. I enjoy fasting, and so I do all these things so that I can enjoy fasting. Nobody knows about it. Well, now you guys know about it. And I feel like you need to be comfortable, or you won't enjoy it, and then you'll never do it again. And it's good for you. It's really healthy for you to stop overfeeding your body and give yourself a break and let your body heal itself, you know. Along those lines, number 7 is heating pad for aches. Occasionally, like by day 3, my body recognizes that I'm fasting, and it's like, what are you doing to me? So it gets achy. You get like a stomach ache or miserable little stomach ache. And I'll just put a heating pad there and curl up while I'm watching my video, whatever I'm doing. And that seems to relieve that right away. And I don't have to worry about that. So that's a nice thing to have as backup. Another one is lymph massage. Number 8 is lymph massage. That's where you're just aware of where your lymph nodes are. And whoo, the birds are hollering at me. They want to be on YouTube. But lymph massage is just to keep mainly the whole thing like we talked about with showering. You're trying to keep your system moving and not slowed down. Just because you're dry fasting, you want everything to keep moving. Number 9 is a big one. Quitting caffeine before you start. I never seem to remember to do this, and that's why I wrote it down for you guys, because if you don't quit caffeine before you start, you can't take Advil when you get the headache from quitting caffeine. And I always do that. It's just ridiculous that I cannot remember to quit caffeine the day before. You're supposed to really go down to juices, and then there's no caffeine in juices, so that would knock you off caffeine. And that would be ideal if you got a caffeine headache while you were doing that. You could take some Advil if you needed to. But I don't seem to remember to do that. And nothing's happened to me, so, I mean, other than a miserable headache, which you really don't want, so quit caffeine. But number 10, the birds are having a fit. This is such a big help. No kidding. I don't even think I would dry fast without magnesium cream now. Get yourself some magnesium cream. I guess it doesn't have to be cream. You could use spray or whatever. These birds are crazy. But this is the best stuff. It's got like 100, mg of milligrams or whatever of per teaspoon of magnesium. But I accidentally found this on my own. No one even told me about this. On my very first dry fast, I was getting leg cramps. And so I thought, hey, I'm not eating it, right? I can use my magnesium cream. And it worked so well that by day like 6, 7, and 8, I went ahead and preemptively put it on my calves before I went to sleep at night so that I didn't get any leg cramps. And I'm sure that helped, having magnesium on board, which I wasn't aware back then, but now I know. So I would definitely recommend getting some kind of magnesium cream to spray or rub on your legs to help you if you get any leg cramping. Number 11, on my first dry fast, I put a quart jar of water on the coffee table. I was so scared back when I first started dry fasting because I thought I would die after 3 days. Like, I legit was nervous that I was just gonna die or something. I mean, I had seen other people and, you know, read the testimonies and all that kind of stuff, but still, that's ingrained in your brain. You're gonna die, you're gonna die. So I put a quart jar of water on the coffee table. I had mixed some pink salt into it, just to make sure that, like, if I was laying on the floor and couldn't get up, that I could reach some water. I don't technically do that anymore, but that was one of the things that gave me confidence in the beginning that, you know, and obviously when I was out, I had my water bottle, but in the house, I had my quart jar with the pink salt already blended into it. So some electrolytes added to it already. But the downside to that is that you're sitting there staring at it. That's why I don't do it anymore. Because then you're sitting there going, ooh, just take a drink, take a drink, take a drink. Your brain, especially if you're doing a 7-day, your brain will holler at you to do that. Number 12. Number 12 is having a good fasting environment. You need like cool temperatures. You know, I'm in a sweatshirt because I can. I'm not sweating. It's a nice cool day. You don't want to be working out on a construction site and trying to dry fast. I saw one of the Dr. Berg's videos back in the day. He said something about he did that and he tried to dry fast in a hot, sweaty environment and he did not recommend it. And to me, that's just common sense. You don't want to be losing your water that you have. You want to keep any water on board that you have. This is going to be like Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. It's like I'm sitting here and they break through the screens and get me. All right, number 13. Number 13 is careful getting up too fast. But definitely do get some light walking in. You're going to be able to exercise and walk a bit and stuff. But don't jump up too fast off the couch. I have a tendency to forget that I'm fasting. I feel fine. So I just jump up off the couch to go do something, and then I have to go, whoa, you know, like hold on to myself for a second. Because I'm like, oh man, yeah, I'm fasting. I forgot about that. So move slowly and purposefully. Try not to forget that you're fasting. Okay. Number 14 is brushing your teeth and your tongue. Especially this becomes more important on like a 7-day dry fast. I feel like the first 3 days, a lot of these things are not so stressed because your body hardly misses food and water at that point. You're just well nourished and hydrated, and it hasn't caught up to the fact that what you're doing yet. But by day 6 and 7, 5, 6, and 7, you're going to want to have a toothpaste that you love the flavor of. I figure, I mean, you don't have to love your toothpaste, but I like to have a good flavored toothpaste because I'm going to brush my teeth and tongue and get that yucky grossness off your tongue. It makes you feel better, and why not? I have noticed, though, you might be careful, like don't get too much. I mean, you do you. I don't know how you want to do this, but I notice if I get too much water on my toothbrush, like if I'm doing too much water on my toothbrush, I'll get like a little stomach ache. And I don't know if that's part of, you know, like day 3 or 4 when your body knows you're not eating or drinking and it kind of starts hurting. If the water or the toothpaste makes my stomach ache a little bit. But I've noticed that twice. So I'm not positive that that will happen for anybody else, but I know for myself that I have to be careful not to get too much water, you know, or anything to make my stomach hurt. So it's out there. I don't know if that'll happen to you. Let me know. Okay, number 15. Okay, number 15, still peeing. You're gonna still be peeing every day, surprisingly. Your brain is like, why am I still going to the bathroom? It seems so strange. But your body is making metabolic water from your fat cells. So if you're a super skinny person watching this, I don't know that I would be doing a lot of dry fasting personally. But if you have plenty of adipose tissue on board that can be turned into water, you will still be peeing it multiple times a day. Not a ton, but just enough to know that you're still peeing. So that's interesting. And your stool, number 2, ain't talking about that, but just so you guys know, will get dark. I like day 3 is usually, with almost any fasting I've ever done, day 3 is about the day when your body's like starting to use its cells to clean out all the dead cells and everything because there's no food left. So it's scraping out your old stuff. But it's dark, and the books even say it could be orange, which, you know, I'm not sure. So that one could be different for everyone. I don't know. But don't be surprised if you see very, very dark stool like meconium would be with a newborn, you know, where there's no food on board yet. Okay, number 16, mouth shut while sleeping. That is where I personally just take a little tiny piece of paper tape and put it right in the middle, like the size of my thumbnail right there, so I can still breathe emergency if I need to on both sides. I've seen some ads for those people that are putting big pieces of tape across. I don't know how in the world you do that. What if your nose stuffed up? That would freak me out. I don't know how they do that. But anyways, in the Russian doctors in the book that that all the scientists that kind of perfected the dry fasting methods, if you research there were 2 Russian scientists, and they recommend putting like a headband around your chin. One of them recommends putting a headband around your chin. I've never found that necessary. I just use a little tiny piece of paper right there, and that's it, and it works just fine. Number 17 is some people apparently, what's the word I'm looking for there, guys? Get fevers. That must be pretty common. It's one of the things they say that can happen is you can get a fever. I've never had that happen to me. And I've done a lot of different kinds of fasting and multiple different extended dry fastings even, and I've never gotten a fever. But it could have something to do with maybe some deeper, healing that I didn't necessarily need or something, because I do live a fasting lifestyle a lot of the time. I did have one time, like the weirdest little thing. I got little like red streaks on the top of my knees, or like the lower part of my thighs. The skin got warm to the touch, and there were like red streaks, and I was very surprised, like, what in the world is going on? Why is my skin reacting like this? It was odd. But that was the only time that ever happened, and it went away right away, so I never thought any more about it till we just started talking about fevers. It did get hot. My skin got hot and a little red and streaky, but other than that, that was it. So number 18 is very alert. Your brain is gonna just be like, go, go, go sometimes. Even in the middle of the night, your body is cleaning itself up, and it's ready for you to bring on some food and some water especially. And so even in my class today, everybody had their tumblers out and they were drinking their water, and I'm only on like day 2, so it didn't really bother me. But if you watch my other video on day 7, the 6 or 7, my brain was like screaming at me where every drop of water was in the whole room. It was so funny. It'll be really alert. And also sometimes you'll be very sluggish, and you just rest on the couch. It's not a big deal. I would set aside a couple days to just rest, do your fast on days when you don't have anywhere to go or anything to do. So you can just lay and watch YouTube or watch all my videos. But anyways, there will be times you're really alert, and then there'll be times you're very sluggish, and so you can expect both of those. Number 19. Oh, refeeding. This is a big one. This part you should probably study and look into for sure. They talk about coming off your fast is so important, how you do that. I'm not going to act like I've always done that right, because I haven't. But to get the results you want to do it right. Because your body is building, it gets rid of all the bad cells, and it is building new stem cells. And if you come off of your fast wrong, you're going to just retrain all your new stem cells to be new fat cells. And you don't want to do that. You want to not eat a lot of carbohydrates and things like that right away. You want to take time to hydrate slowly. Coconut water, watermelon. I like to break my fast with like a bowl of organic soup. I just eat the broth with a spoon slowly, and pick like a carrot here and there, some healthy soup, so just real slow and nothing heavy. Or I'll put my ice water in a wine glass so that I drink it slowly. That's always nice too. But you definitely want to hydrate correctly and come off your fast slowly so that you don't ruin your results. And it's actually important, I guess, for up to a month afterwards. Other people, I've never done this, like I said, but I've heard people say they're still lightheaded and can faint, things like that afterwards. Personally, I've never had any problems with that. I just go slow, eating, bringing back in food slowly. I think on that video that's on my page, I did a scrambled egg, and just I like to eat with chopsticks anyways, so that slows you down. But anyways, number 20. This one is like such a big help. Okay, don't start your fast with a refrigerator full of yummy, delicious food. Ask me how I know, right? Don't do a great big Walmart order and then want to start your fast. Wait and do your fast when you're at the end of your groceries and your brain isn't constantly saying, that delicious zucchini is going to go to waste. You paid $4 for it. You need to put it in the air fryer. That's healthy. Yes, organic zucchini is healthy, but it's going to break your fast. I mean, if you want to break your fast, that's up to you. But I'm just saying that plan around your groceries for your dry fasting. You don't want to have a fridge full of yummy things that are going to tempt you for however long. If you're trying to go 7 days, your stuff's going to get bad, and it's just going to be a lot of mental, that alert stage we were talking about. It's going to be driving you crazy. Go eat your zucchini, go eat your, just one of those things. And it's funny because I'm dry fasting right now and I have organic zucchini in the drawer. I ate most of my stuff, but I just couldn't get to that one thing version it. So that's why it's on my brain. And I'm only on day 2. So anyways, that tells you how that goes, right? Okay, well, I hope these 20 tips helped you. If I missed anything, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to chat with people that enjoy this kind of stuff. I try to answer all the questions on my other fasting video, and I have truck camping videos. We're huge into travel, and we love to do that stealth camping because, right, who doesn't enjoy going out to eat instead of spending all the money on hotels, right? So we have a couple travel playlists. We did Route 66 from Chicago all the way to California. I don't have all of those edited yet. That's my bad, but y'all love me anyways, okay? All right, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.